Yo, what up, street gods? There, Kim. All right, how to become a vlogger. So the notion of a blog comes from the notion of a web log. If you ever watch Star Trek, you know, how's it start? Captain's log, blah 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 blah, right? And I think a log, the history was actually, if you're, you know, a captain of a ship, I think it was literally like a piece of wood log, and you would just etch certain informations on it. And back in the day, they used to call the internet the web. Remember surfing the World Wide Web, bro, right? So, and to create it into a blog meant you just kept a log of your everyday activities on your website, right? And in the early days of blogging, like, I started off using Zango when I was in high school. It's kind of more of like an online diary, right? Like, you're just like, today I did this. You would like upload a few photos, and that was like pretty much it. And the most successful bloggers were the ones who posted frequently, like ideally every single day. There was a period of time where everyone's like, everyone must create a blog. Now ain't nobody blog no more. Everyone's like trying to chase the YouTubies fame, or Instagram, or maybe even worse, TikTok. The reason I don't trust TikTok, this is I mean, it's owned by a Chinese, I think is it owned by Tencent, who also owns League of Legends? Not 100% sure, but anyways, Chinese company. And as an American, right, I think it's like low-key like China's master plan to try to inoculate the youth of America and the world to kowtow to China. This is my theory. But anyways, and truth be told, one should not really trust any platforms: Facebook, Instagram, you know, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTubies, you know, even podcasts, whatever. The best thing is have your own blog. A vlog is funny because they're just a video log of just any rando stuff. And actually, remember, even in the early days, I would just do random talks in front of my webcam. This is when we still had webcams, right? Of just random stuff, right? And people would be like, I love your vlogs. And I'm like, what's a vlog? Like, I didn't even know what it was, right? So any video that you shoot that's just kind of a record or a log of your activities, your thoughts, whatever. And it could be literally anything. Like, it could be what you eat, it could be how you lift, your thoughts. And I think we're currently in a brave new world of blogging, vlogging, etc., where you could essentially vlog about anything and people like it, right? Because honestly, like, it seems that we humans have a voracious and limitless appetite for information, knowledge, news, entertainment, etc. Like, I was still so shocked when all these streaming services came out, like Disney Plus, Hulu, Peacock, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video. And the funny thing is that everyone is subscribed to all of them, which is very interesting to me, because initially I thought it was kind of like a limited pie thing, where you would only subscribe to one. But it looks like the average American probably spends at least maybe $50 a month on all the streaming services. So also, this is a pro tip to these streaming services: know that it's not mutually exclusive. Somebody could have Netflix and have Disney Plus and have Hulu and have YouTube Premium, etc. And another pro tip about vlogging is, do not monetize your videos, because that's kind of an empty game. Like, I have some insider friends, right? Like, this is the stats. Let's say you get like 100 million views on a video, you might make like $8,000 US if you put ads on it, which is like a decent amount of money. But you're probably easier off making money like working at In-N-Out or driving Uber than anything. So then the question becomes, why become a vlogger? Like, assume you can never make money from your vlogs, why would you vlog, right? So for me, I do it because A, it's fun, I enjoy it, I think it's hilarious. B, as I vlog out or talk out my thoughts, I gain better understanding or thinking about what I think or what I believe in. It's kind of like a meta thinking process. As I talk something out, I better understand what's really on my mind. And this is where writing is also useful too, or blogging, because blogging is kind of just like meta thinking. I think like, and that's what technology is, right? Writing is meta, no, it's augmented thinking, right? So with blogging and vlogging, I like the idea that it's a very effective mode of information idea communication, because we put more faith in faces than we do just voice. So for example, you know, when you think about, you know, movie video theory, we're always going to be the most interested in the human gaze, the human face head on, not from the back. And to humans, there's nothing more interesting to us than another human face. And that's even why when we're out and about, you could see somebody staring at you from almost like half a mile away. It's the human ability to spot other human faces is quite incredible. And so with vlogging, some very pragmatic tips, just get a GoPro. I prefer GoPro over those Micro Four Thirds or whatever, because A, it's just way smaller, it fits in your front left pocket, right? B, turn off the blinking lights in the front and also turn off the LCD in the front. Just buy the newest GoPro, wherever is available, GoPro.com. And shoot the smallest resolution with the least FPS possible. So I shoot 1080p, 24 FPS, because that's the smallest it offers. If I had the option, I would just shoot 720p. I think it's big enough. I mean, consider that most people are just going to be watching your vlogs on their iPhones or their phones, and I don't think you really need more than 720p. I mean, you got some people watching on their smart TVs, but they make a very negligible percentage. Yo, what's up, Jimmy? How's the queen?
She's doing good.
Are you gonna make those PDC patches?
Some shirts, some hats. Oh yeah, Proud Dads Club.
You know it, man. All right, I'll be the first inductee. Oh, thank you. And also shoot ultra wide mode and just, you know, hold it in your left. You don't need any of those stupid like tripods. I just hand hold it with my left hand and just face towards me. And the goal then is to never censor yourself, to don't worry about like, you know, getting those fancy microphones, whatever. Even if there's a little bit like sound, was it noise, wind noise, whatever. Hilariously enough, if you think about like Nassim Taleb, disfluency, if it's hard to hear something or something, you're actually more likely to try to listen to it. So for example, even like, you know, mumble rap or, you know, Future, whatever, all these rappers, when they do not clearly enunciate what they're saying, me as a viewer at least, or a listener, I'm more likely to try to understand what's going on. Even I don't listen to podcasts no more, but for a while I was really into the James Altucher podcast. I really like James Altucher. I think he's probably the most interesting like blogger, podcaster that I've listened to. I think my opinion, he's way more fun and interesting than Tim Ferriss, even though I love Tim.blog. James, like, one thing I like about James is like, it's okay to interrupt people, like, because he's curious. I love his authenticity. But anyways, like a lot of his podcasts, like the audio was like so bad, but I was still listening because like whatever he had to say or interview was so interesting, and I kind of like took it in good stride. I'm like, I'm not paying for this, like why should I complain? And that's the funny thing too, is nowadays viewers and listeners tend to be so pampered by like, oh, it must sound like NPR or, you know, one of those fancy podcasts, but it just lacks authenticity in my opinion. So what I just do is just record it in one shot and just upload to the YouTubies. Nowadays my workflow is I just stick the micro SD card inside a USB-C micro SD card adapter, import it into my iPad using the default Photos app, and I'll just go to youtube.com/upload and just upload it directly. Or you could do it from your laptop or your iPhone, doesn't really matter. Or, you know, at worst case scenario, you could just use your iPhone or whatever phone you own. And just my tip is, don't do the selfie vlog because sometimes it's distracting. Use a front back facing camera and just hold the phone kind of in this awkward position facing your face, and just chat and upload it. So the point of vlogging is, honestly, it's kind of like free marketing for you. I recommend just using your first real last name, so Eric Kim, and just say whatever's on your mind. I mean, I think in the past I limited myself too much to only talk about street photography, and, you know, believe it or not, I have many interests like most human beings, and actually that was the best way to stay motivated, is that the more you give yourself the freedom and the permission to branch out of things that's outside your domain expertise, you become more interesting, right? You become more fascinating. Like when I first started my just recording myself working out and stuff like that, I was just kind of curious. I'm like whenever most people upload workout videos, it's so cleanly edited. I never edit none of my stuff. I just throw it all up with all the mistakes and whatever. And so to me, I like that because A, it's less stressful for me, B, I have waste time editing, and C, it just feels more authentic. And funny enough, some of my most loyal followers, you know, they're just I don't even do photography or street photography. I just you know, you got me into doing X, Y, and Z, you know, lifestyle, you know, food, intermittent fasting, whatever it is. And or just my meat videos, meat meditation. Just Google meat meditation, go on YouTube, search meat meditation. I'm the top results are always will eating meat interrupt with my meditation practice? Says all kind of these funny Novu hippies. No, let's say eating more meat makes me more zen, more calm. Just secret, just cut the meat, grill it, eat it yourself. No music, no distractions, no phone, no nothing, no watching shows. It's the most zen thing you do. But anyways, so I think and with vlogging, the goal is to just keep doing it. Just do it, just have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Also, pro tip is, don't feel like you need to talk proper and to edit out your ums and likes and stuff like that. If you're from California, we use the word like every other word, and it's essentially just kind of a mental marker. Every single country kind of has something like that, right? Certain turns of phrase, in Korean, 그래서, or in Vietnamese they go la 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 la, and then so I think that's more natural to the cadence of the human mind, to throw in these random words and vowels and stuff like that. And another pro tip is, if you don't want to get as motivated, A, either just don't look at the comments, or B, disable the comments and the likes and stuff like that. That's also options. Don't monetize, because I think people just gotta be honest, right? It's I don't think I've ever met nobody who actually likes ads. Have you ever met somebody who's just I'm so glad that I watched that ad? No, it's just don't do it. And actually, if you want to monetize your passion, whatever, it's actually not through YouTube and vlogging and blogging and putting on Google AdSense. It's actually you know, through selling your services, your products. Just put your email in your description, say, oh, for consulting, just email me at and then you could do that, you know, teach your own photography workshops, whatever it may be. Create and sell your own products, whether physical or digital, etc. And know that you could vlog about the same thing over and over again ad infinitum, and every single time you do it, it's going to be a little bit different. So know that with vlogging, you're in the stream of becoming.